Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Healthy 5 with Dr. Niyati. Healthy 5 with Dr. Niyati are WhatsApp groups. These are only admin groups which I open on Sundays so that people can ask their doubts and questions. And those questions I answer during the week in the form of daily posts. But some questions require a more detailed description. So I have come up with today with the big question immunity, which has been troubling us since the advent of COVID. Many people come to me and ask me that what should I do? What should I eat to increase my immunity? I take a kadha to increase my immunity, or I eat this or I eat that. So what should I do? So first of all, let me tell you that immunity is not just with your chest. Wherever there can be any infection, you need to increase the immunity of those organs. So we usually suffer from upper respiratory tract diseases. We also have diseases with our digestion, so we have to increase our digestive capacity also. We also have urinary tract infections. Most of the toilets today are Western toilets, and hence people are suffering from urinary tract disorders also. Along with that, it is important for us to note that whatever food we are eating goes into our body and nourishes that part. Now, I've seen today that if you eat fresh homemade food, your immunity is usually very high. Most of the people are carrying lunch with them with freshly made food from home. But in the times, in between, before coming home, people are hungry. So generally, samosa pav, vada pav, bhel puri, pani puri are eaten, and hence these things you know make the digestion go for a toss and reduce the immunity of the body. So even children, they want chocolates, they want wafers, packets and things like that. They want to eat all those things. They're attractive, but they are very bad for the immunity. Secondly, we know that we get nutrients from the food. So the nutrients are micronutrients and macronutrients. Now, micronutrients are those nutrients which we require in smaller quantities, and macronutrients, as we know, the big three, those are the proteins, the fats, and the carbohydrates. Now, remember one thing, that fats are required by our body because our brain is totally fat. And if we don't eat fats, then the brain will not be nourished. So the brain has to be nourished through food also, through also giving it proper exercise. So memorizing either poetry, or I tell you can memorize Manase Shlok, you can memorize the Bhagavad Gita, you can memorize many other things that you like. But along with that, you also have to meditate and make the mind mindless for some time. Give it total rest when there are no thoughts in the mind, so that it gets complete rest. These are the three ways in which you can boost the brain and keep dementia or Alzheimer's away from yourself. Now, the second thing is, I spoke about our digestion. So, our digestion could go for a toss if you eat too much of chilies, so that the skin of the chilies gets stuck to the intestines. It's also important to detox the intestines once in a while. So, if you're taking a Virechan, then it is a Virechan has to be taken under the proper guidance of your Ayurvedic physician. You can ask me, you can drop your comments if you're interested in knowing how a Virechan has to be taken, and it has to be taken properly so that your whole digestive and intestinal tract gets detoxified. Along with that, it's important that you keep the bathroom or toilet in your workplace clean. See to it that it is sanitized off and on. And do check your urine after every 3 or 4 months, because we really don't know how and when the infection goes into our body. Especially women need to take care. Try to avoid the use of highly acidic cleaners like V-gel and things like that. Just a cloth dipped in warm water is enough to clean your all your parts like urinary tract and your your vulva and things like that. So it's very easy with warm water. Don't use any acidic rubs and scrubs, etc. Now, these are the three main parts in our body. Along with that, our chest. Now, our chest also has to remain very healthy. So, just doing pranayam is not the way out. We have to do our chest expansion. There are many yogasanas like Ushtrasan, Hastapadasan, Bhujangasan, Shalabhasan, which help, and many more, which help in the expansion of the chest. So pay attention to the expansion of the chest. See to it that you do a very good vigorous exercise. Remember that today, in the olden days, we used to say that at Brahma Muhurta you go out and walk or run. But today there's so much dust in the whole atmosphere that you could catch a cold by just running early in the morning. So there are many other exercises, like there are the functional training which you can do. Also there is mobility training. If you do mobility training, also your body becomes light. You don't need to just run or skip or cycle or swim to increase your mobility. There are other mobility exercises which you can do in the house. See to it that all the muscles are exercised properly, so that the extra sugar, extra fat that is going to be stored in the body will be removed, and because of that there will be less tension on our body, and hence our immunity will not be compromised. So keeping a good daily routine is very important in increasing the immunity. Along with that, there are certain seasonal changes also which you need to do. For that, I'm coming up with immunity part 2, in which I will be explaining what are the things that we should do according to the seasons to increase our immunity. If you like this video, don't forget to write your comments in the comment box. Do subscribe the channel. If you like the channel, don't forget to tell your friends about it. Thanks. Bye.